Hi everyone, welcome to SDR Online Learning Center. In this video, I am going to explain about bank reconciliation statement. Before we move on to the topic, let's try to understand the meaning of cash book and passbook because these two books play a vital role in bank reconciliation statement. So this will help you to understand bank reconciliation statement very easily. First of all, let's try to understand cash book. Cash book is usually maintained by the customers of the bank. It's a ledger in which business firms and the organizations enter the details of payments and receipts. This cash book has single cash book, double column cash book and triple column cash book. In triple column cash book, both the sides have three columns, that is debit side and the credit side. Three columns are there and each column represents discount, cash and bank. Clear? If the business does any transaction through bank, it will be recorded in bank column of cash book. That is, any transaction is made through bank, it will be recorded on bank column in cash book. Okay. If it is recorded in debit side of bank column, it shows that the amount has been increased. That is, the balance of the customer's account has been increased. This is because of some deposit has been made by the customer. Whereas, if it is recorded on credit side of bank column of cash book, that shows the amount is decreased. That is, the balance of customer's account is decreased. This is because of some withdrawal has been made by the customer. Okay. And the balance of this bank column in cash book is known as bank balance as per cash book. Next one is passbook. Passbook is prepared by the banker through which the details of the customer's account is supplied to him. So otherwise it is known as bank statement or customer's account. In passbook, if the amount is recorded on debit side or debit column, is a sign of decreasing balance of customer's account. That means some withdrawal has been made by him. Whereas if the amount is recorded on credit side or credit column of passbook, is a sign of increasing balance of customer's account. That means some deposit has been made by him. Clear? The balance of passbook is termed as the bank balance as per passbook. Now we move on to the topic bank reconciliation statement. Simply we can say it as BRS. It's a statement that fills the gap between the balance shown by the cash book and the passbook. Let me explain it elaborately. The name itself says that reconciliation of statement. Now come to the point. What does it mean? Reconcile means compare the two sets of documents to ensure that there is no mismatches between these two documents. This is what we are doing while we prepare bank reconciliation statement. Just we are removing the differences between these two books. Finally, the details of one book will match with the other book. This is what called as bank reconciliation statement. Clear? So, BRS is prepared in order to find out the differences and steps are to be taken to remove it. Now let's see why these differences are arised in cash book as well as passbook. Causes for differences. There are two major causes out there. One is when the transactions are entered in the cash book is not being entered in passbook. Next one is when transactions entered in passbook may not be entered in cash book. These are all the major reasons why the differences are arised in cash book as well as passbook. So the main purpose for the preparation of BRS is to find out these differences and steps are to be taken to remove it. This bank reconciliation statement is prepared under two methods. One is favorable balance or positive balance and another one is unfavorable balance or negative balance. Favorable balance means when cash book shows debit balance and passbook shows credit balance. This is what we have already discussed in the basic concept of cash book and the passbook. See here, in the cash book, when the amount is recorded on debit side, it's a sign of increased balance of account. So, the debit balance of cash book is taken as a favorable balance. Okay? Whereas, in passbook, when the amount is recorded on credit side, it's a sign of increased balance of account. So, it's a favorable balance. Simply to say, debit balance of cash book is a favorable balance and the credit balance of passbook is a favorable balance. Clear? Next one is unfavorable balance or negative balance. Whenever a customer takes any overdraft, his account shows a negative balance. Overdraft is a facility which is provided by the banks to the customer to withdraw excess amount rather than what is deposited into the account. Credit balance of cash book and the debit balance of passbook is the indication that the overdraft has been taken by the customer. This is what the situation in which the unfavorable balance arises. Let me explain the favorable balance method now. When cash book balance is given, we need to find bank balance as per passbook. When passbook balance is given, we need to find out the bank balance as per cash book. In this case, we have taken the cash book balance as a base. So, we need to find out the bank balance as per passbook. In order to find out the bank balance as per passbook, few transactions are to be added back to cash book and few transactions are to be deducted. Now, the question is, what are the transactions are to be added and what are the transactions are to be deducted? I will explain you with a simple logic. If we are going to find out the bank balance as per passbook, you have to focus only on passbook balance. Just you have to see what is the impact in passbook balance because of a particular transaction. Clear? If the transaction leads to increase the balance of passbook, that will be added back to cash book balance. If the transaction leads to decrease the balance of passbook, will be deducted from cash book balance. Clear? Let's do the sum in favorable balance method. In this question, the bank details of Mr. Shiva is given. With this information, we are required to prepare the bank reconciliation statement as on 31st March 2019. Totally 3 transactions are given here. See the last paragraph. The bank balance as per cash book on 31st March 2019 amounted to rupees 15,000. Here, the bank balance as per cash book is given as a base. So, we need to find out the bank balance as per passbook. When bank balance as per passbook is given, we have to find out the bank balance as per cash book. Okay. So, in this case, in order to find out the bank balance as per passbook, few transactions are to be added back to this bank balance as per cash book and few transactions are to be deducted. Now let me explain the transactions one by one. See the first one. Checks paid into bank on 23rd March 2019 but credited to Mr. Shiva's account on first week of April 2019. These checks were collected from Mr. Abhishek 500 rupees, Mr. Murugan 400 rupees and Mr. Rahul 600 rupees. Let me explain this transaction elaborately. Checks paid into bank means the check is deposited into bank. When a customer deposits a check into bank, what will happen? Immediately he makes an entry in his cash book. So, his cash book balance will be increased when he deposits a check into bank. Clear? Now we have to see what is the impact of this transaction in balance of passbook, because we are going to find out the bank balance as per passbook only. So we have to focus only on the balance of passbook, whether the transaction leads to increase the balance or decrease the balance. As I told you, because of this transaction, cash book balance has been increased. Clear? Now we have to see what will happen in passbook balance. See here, they are telling that this amount is credited to Mr. Shiva's account, that is customer's account, on first week of April 2019 only. Actually, in this question, we are required to prepare bank reconciliation statement as on 31st March 2019 only. That means all the transactions made till this date only we have to consider. But here what they are saying, these checks were credited into his account on first week of April 2019. That is after the account closing date. That is after 31st March 2019 only. The amount of these checks were credited to his account. Okay. So till this date, this amount has been not yet credited to Mr. Shiva's account. Then what will happen? This transaction indirectly leads to decrease the balance of passbook when compared to cash book. Clear? So this transaction leads to decrease the balance of passbook because this transaction is already entered in cash book. So when compared to passbook balance, the cash book balance has been increased. But as the checks were not yet credited to his account, the balance of passbook becomes low when compared to cash book balance. So this is the transaction which leads to decrease the balance of passbook. So this transaction is to be deducted from cash book. Clear? See here, bank balance as per cash book 15,000 is taken as a base. Few transactions are to be added, and now we have to deduct the first transaction, that is checks paid into bank. Check is deposited into bank but not credited in the passbook. Total amount is 1,500 rupees. That is from Abhishek 500, Murugan 400 and Rahul 600 rupees. Totally 1,500 is deducted from the cash book balance. Clear? Let's see the second transaction now. The following checks were issued by Mr. Shiva on 15th March 2019 but presented to bank for payment after the account closing date. These checks were issued to Mr. Avina 600 rupees, Mr. Hari 500 rupees and Mr. Chand 400 rupees. See here, checks were issued by Mr. Shiva. That means when a customer makes a payment to someone, he will issue a check. Clear? In this case also, when Shiva issues this check, he will immediately make an entry in his cash book. Now we have to see what are the changes will happen in cash book as well as passbook. Okay, when he issues a check, what will happen? It will reduce the balance of his cash book. But once the checks are presented into bank, only then that will reduce the balance in passbook, right? Here what is given? These checks were issued by the customer, that is Mr. Shiva, on 15th March 2019. But all these checks were presented to bank for payment after the account closing date. Already I told you, here we are required to prepare the bank reconciliation statement as on 31st March 2019 only. So all the transactions made till this date only we have to consider. Clear? So here after this date only, all these checks are going to present in a bank for payment. So till till the account closing date, this transaction does not make any changes in passbook balance. That is, indirectly this transaction leads to increase the balance of passbook when compared to cash book. Clear? Because when he issues a check, immediately he makes an entry in cash book, so that leads to decrease the balance in cash book, but still it is not presented in bank. So the bank balance will be, that is the bank balance of passbook will be high when compared to his cash book balance. So this is the transaction that leads to increase the balance of passbook. So what we do, this transaction is to be added back to cash book balance. Clear? See here, along with the cash book balance, this transaction amount is added. That is, checks issued but not presented for payment. So when compared to cash book balance, the passbook balance will be high. That's why this transaction has been added. Okay. So from Ravina 600 rupees, Hari 500 rupees and Mr. Chand 400 rupees. Totally 1500 rupees has been added back to cash book balance. Clear? Let's see the third transaction now. A check for rupees 150 was credited directly to the account and was not passed through cash book. See here, when a check is credited to passbook, his account means it is entered in his passbook. What will happen? Already we discussed. When the amount is credited in passbook, it's a sign of increased balance, right? So this transaction leads to increase the balance of passbook because this transaction is not yet entered in the cash book. So this transaction also being added along with the cash book balance. Okay. See here, check directly credited to account. As it is not yet entered in the books of cash book, this is a transaction that leads to increase the balance of passbook. That's why it has been added back to cash book balance. Okay. So 150 is added along with the cash book balance. So the total amount is how much? 1000. 650 is added with the cash book balance, 15,000 rupees. So the total amount is 16,650, from which 1,500 has been subtracted. Therefore, the bank balance as per passbook is 15,150. Clear? Let's see the unfavorable balance method or negative balance method now. Whenever a customer takes any overdraft, his account shows a negative balance. This is what the situation in which the unfavorable balance arises. In unfavorable balance method also, we have to follow the same techniques that we applied in favorable balance method. When cash book balance is given, we need to find the passbook balance. When passbook balance is given, we need to find the cash book balance. Whereas in unfavorable balance method, it shows the negative balance. So the balance here we can mention it as overdraft. That is, overdraft cash book balance is given. We have to find out the overdraft passbook balance. Okay. If overdraft passbook balance is given, we have to find out the overdraft cash book balance. Okay. Here we have taken the cash book balance. So we have to find out the bank balance as per passbook. So the focus is only on the balance in passbook. Whereas in unfavorable balance method, we have to consider the transactions in reverse order. Actually, in favorable balance method, what we did, the transaction leads to increase will be added and decrease will be deducted, right? But here in reverse order only we have to take. That is, the transaction leads to increase will be deducted and the transaction leads to decrease will be added. Clear? Let's try to do this sum in unfavorable balance method. Here we have taken the overdrawn cash book balance, that is overdraft of cash book. Overdraft means when a customer withdraws excess amount rather than what he is deposited into account. In such a situation, his account always shows a negative balance. This is what? An unfavorable balance. Okay. The bank overdraft of Mr. Kamal on 31st March 2018 as per cash book rupees 4,500. From the following particulars, we are required to prepare the bank reconciliation statement. See here, in this question, bank overdraft as per cash book is given. So we need to find out the bank overdraft as per passbook. When bank overdraft as per passbook is given, we need to find out the bank overdraft as per cash book. Clear? Here, just we have to consider the things in reverse order. Actually, in favorable balance method, what we did, the transaction leads to increase will be added and decrease will be deducted. Whereas in unfavorable balance method, the transaction leads to increase will be deducted and decrease will be added. Okay. Let's see the transactions one by one. First one, unpresented check rupees 1,500. Unpresented check means the check was issued by the customer but still it is not presented into bank. When a customer issues a check, what will happen? That leads to reduce the balance in cash book. Whereas until it is presented into bank, it does not make any changes in the balance of passbook. Clear? So in this case also, the check is already issued by the customer, so that leads to reduce the balance of cash book, whereas it is not yet presented in bank. So his passbook balance becomes high when compared to his cash book balance. Clear? So this transaction leads to increase the balance of passbook. Here we are going to find out the bank overdraft as per passbook. So we have to focus only on what are the changes in passbook balance. Okay. So this transaction leads to increase the balance of passbook when compared to cash book. So what we do? Here we have to take the things in reverse order. Okay. Increase means we have to deduct. Okay. See here. Bank overdraft as per cash book 4,500. Few items are added. See this one. Unpresented check 1,500. This is the transaction that leads to increase the balance of passbook. That's why it's being deducted. Clear? Let's see the second transaction now. Second transaction is bank interest debited in the passbook only rupees 250. Bank interest is debited in the passbook. When a bank interest is recorded on debit side of passbook, it's a sign of decreased balance of passbook. Okay. When a amount is recorded on debit side of passbook, it reduces the balance of passbook. Clear? So this transaction leads to decrease the balance of passbook. So what we have to do? Here we are following unfavorable balance method. So in unfavorable balance method, all the transactions are to be considered in reverse order. That is the transaction leads to increase will be deducted and decrease will be added. So because of this transaction, the passbook balance will be reduced. Okay. So because the interest is debited in passbook, so that leads to decrease the balance of passbook. That's why this transaction is being added back to cash book. Clear? See the third transaction, uncleared check rupees 850. Uncleared check means check has been deposited into bank for collection, but still it is not credited to his account. Okay, let me explain it elaborately. When a customer deposits a check into bank, immediately he put an entry in his cash book, so that leads to increase the balance of cash book, right? Whereas this check is not yet cleared. That means this check is not yet credited into his account, so this leads to decrease the balance of passbook when compared to cash book. Okay, so this transaction is being added back to cash book balance. Clear? Because this transaction leads to decrease the balance of passbook when compared to cash book balance. That's why this transaction is added back with cash book. That is uncleared check 850 rupees. Clear? Next one is fourth transaction. Bill collected and credited in the passbook only rupees 400 rupees. That means bill is collected and which is credited into his passbook account but not yet entered in the books of cash book. When an entry is entered on credit side of passbook, is a sign of increased balance of passbook. Okay. In this transaction, the amount is credited in the passbook only. That means it is not yet entered in the books of cash book. So when compared to cash book balance, the passbook balance shows increased balance. Clear? So this transaction is being subtracted from the cash book balance. See here, bill collected and entered in passbook only. So the passbook balance only high when compared to cash book balance because this entry is not yet entered in cash book balance. So this transaction is being deducted from cash book balance. Clear? Here we can see bank overdraft as per cash book 4500 rupees. Along with it, all the transactions leads to decrease the passbook balance has been added back to cash book balance, and all the transaction leads to increase the passbook balance has been subtracted from cash book balance. Okay, therefore the 4500 plus 1500 6000 rupees, from which 1900 has been subtracted. Therefore the bank overdraft as per passbook is 4100 rupees.